Today I will be making this drone of mine fall apart. It's going to be done in the FAT editor, physics asset tool. So I'm going to jump straight into there. Now this is how it was standard, but if you bought this model from the from the Unreal marketplace, then it's already got all of this done, so you wouldn't need to. This is just a refresher for me, and I thought it might be useful for other people, so it's going to be online. Now for a start, this is really messed up. That's automatically generated by Unreal at the moment. We've got some parts overlapping, I think. Don't really want that, and they're the wrong shape, so we're going to change that. Can click on these parts. I think they're called primitives, and they can be moved around. You can change them about and everything. You can go right down to the bottom of here, and where is it? And in tools at the bottom, be mindful that you don't select the whole thing and regenerate it, because otherwise it's going to do whatever it wants, which isn't going to be what you want. Yeah, so we can change the shape of that, move it around. Yeah, you've got box, capsule, sphere, tapered capsule, multi-convex hull. There's even a way to import collisions from a static mesh onto this, but I've never done that before. So I'm going to go through this, turning these into boxes and moving them around. And then we still got a bit of work to do, but what we can do to make it actually fall apart is handle the constraints. Or shall I go over how to add a little physics body first? I think I'll do that. Like, I'd quite like to have a little ball right where this fulcrum is. So if I go through here and get the fulcrum, I can right click, add shape, add a sphere. That encompasses the whole thing, and if you forget to resize it, it's a bit more dramatic than we wanted. Got to remember to resize it correctly and move it into the right place, just like any other one. Right, so that's done. Now we can get on with these constraints. If you select it, you ain't going to find it. You have to go to constraints and look at it there. This is the root, which is going to be important later, but not yet. So you can click on this constraint, and for it to fall apart, you want everything to be free, because what limit it does is it changes the angles that you can move it, locked, or just keep it all in place. And this is the linear up and down and left right motion. This is a swing that you can see represented not very accurately by these red and green radiuses. So we're going to go through all these bones and set them free, basically. And in theory now, it should work. Can hold down control and move things around. And it's not quite doing as it's told, is it? Well, I was getting a problem with the root. Yeah, an older version of this, I was getting a problem where these arms were moving up to the root and just staying there, and they'll just sit above the drone for no apparent reason. And it turned out that because I parented them to the root, as you do with Unreal, they all started moving towards that. So I had to get the root, and I had to turn off collision response for it to actually work. Another thing for a slightly more robust test is you can go up to simulate, click no gravity simulation, and click that. Now let's see. We've got the constraints here as well, which we haven't freed up. That's why it's still connected. So we've done it from the head earlier, because the head is the main part of this. You'd probably start from the hip if you were doing another character, but either way, go through all of the constraints and just free them up. There we go, and that is the physics done. This is a lot more simple than the other ones out there where you want it to actually behave like a human or something. And next we will be going over how to actually make the thing fall apart. Well, actually make the thing fall apart in the game, go from its normal physics state to this dodgy physics model where it's dead. Right, and this right here is how I've implemented the physics in the actual game. Now I've used a function because I need it quite a lot. I mean, even though this is my experimental version of the project. But anyway, this would be the skeletal mesh component that's going to be in your character actor, and from there you want to set collision enabled query and physics, set all bodies simulate, drag that from the mesh as well, and check it to true, and then set all bodies physics blend weight, set that to 1, and they'll be running your physics for you. But you want to disable the input first as well, obviously. Now I've made this into a function. It's worth, if you don't know how to make a function library, it's worthwhile looking that up, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do justice in this video. But yep, and that's everything. Thank you very much and goodbye.